Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course, and pleased to be joined by Oliver Askew. Well, first off, it's been quite an interesting year for you as well as everybody else. But you started off the year right, winning the Rolex 24 with, of course, with Bar Robinson's team. Just talk about that experience to start off.
Yeah, having me. It's Rolex 24 was amazing. It was my first sports car endurance race, first race in IMSA. So to walk away there with a Rolex was definitely the goal and very so. Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, there was a lot of aspects to endurance racing that I haven't experienced before and that were new to me. So, for example, sharing the car with other drivers. How long the race was and how much we had to take care of the car, all things that I enjoyed. So definitely I would like to go back next year and hopefully do some more sports car racing.
Okay, so I think the $1 million question is, what are your plans for 2021? Because right now you're currently not signed with really anybody right now. So what's the update on that?
Yeah, like you said, I don't have any contracts at the moment, but we're working hard to change that. I think it's just important to stay active, at least in some, whether it's sports or other formulas or racing. The goal has continued to be to continue in IndyCar. So I feel like I have unfinished business there, and feel like I deserve to continue in that series. So it's also what I've worked towards my whole career. So yeah, don't want to stop on 2020.
Yeah, of course, last year you were with Aaron McLaren. Did things end well? Did things end well there?
Yeah, no hard feelings at all with everyone at that team. Really enjoyed working with them and learned a tremendous amount. Obviously, have the utmost respect for Sam, Rick, and Zach, all great people, and all. It's a great group of people there. So don't have anything bad to say.
Yeah. Also, this is, a lot of people were wondering what you possibly could go in. I know you've been in talks with IndyCar teams and IMSA teams, but there's also other opportunities in motorsports that you could do. We recently seeing Santino Ferrucci go into NASCAR, of course, with Sam Hunt and Toyota. Would that be something that interests you, and possibly could it maybe a road course if a NASCAR team gave you a call there? And do you really know anybody in the NASCAR world?
I'm not very connected to the NASCAR world. Obviously admire what Santino's doing and what Jimmy's doing as well. The crossover going both ways, I think is great for the sport as a whole. And I think it's very interesting. I hope one day I'll have the opportunity to at least try out one of those cars, or a dirt sprint car, a wing sprint car. I think I'm a race car driver, so I strive to win races and experience different things. So
Yeah. When you look at where, I know there's a lot of opportunities around on the IMSA paddock side. If you raced IMSA and maybe, not go back to, I know you want to go back to IndyCar, but if you didn't go back to IndyCar, would you be okay with
that? Wouldn't be okay with that yet. Like I said, I feel like I have unfinished business there, and not anything to prove to myself, because I know I can make it happen. But I think I can prove a lot to others, and put my stamp in the series for sure.
Is there anyone specific? I mean, you say you have unfinished business and you have nothing to prove to yourself, but what do you have to prove to people, you think?
I believe that I can prove to people that I can be a race winner in IndyCar. Obviously, it takes time with how competitive that series is at the moment, especially last year with the lack of testing and seat time that we got as a rookie. So I was happy to finish on the podium, at least in Iowa. That was definitely a highlight of the year, and we almost won that race. Looking back at it, and I think, yeah, I just think it's a series that I enjoy, and like I said, very competitive, and it pushes all of us to the limit.
This is something that I know you have faced before, not knowing what is next for you. What is that? Do you feel like you know what to expect now that this is the second time that you don't know what's next for you?
Yeah. So I've been in the position before. I think every racing driver goes through this. Definitely great times and bad times as well. It's just the nature of the sport, and just life in general, I think. So it's important to keep a positive outlook on everything. And um, uh, yeah, I was in this position back in 2018 after finishing third in the Indy Pro 2000 Championship. I had to rely on the Road to Indy scholarships to get to this point. So luckily I have a lot of great people around me to um, push me down the road, and people who believe in me. So that's very important.
Do you and right now, what are you doing right now? Just when you're not racing, what are you up to right now?
Staying in the gym, working with potential sponsors. Obviously, it's going to take sponsorship to move forward at this point. So we understand that, and like I said, we have a good group of people working on that. So it's where most of my focus goes right now, and staying healthy is very important, and doing some karting as well, which I enjoy.
Um, and finally, health wise, how are you doing?
Good, good, yeah,
Okay,
never been better.
yeah, all right. Oliver Askew, thank you so much for taking some time, and we hope to see you back on the track soon, buddy.
Thank you, Casey.